Okay, welcome back to Old Man on a Bike. Currently with a problem. Got some warning lights come up on the dash, and show you that little picture now. And attaching the OBD link to scanner to the bike, it has come up with the old flappy exhaust problem in here. So gonna have a look and see what we can do. Roughly worked out, I think all we're going to need for this is a Torx 25, a Torx 40 ratchet, and there's a 30mm nut on the exhaust clamp, and yeah, there's an adapter for the 25 Torx bit there. 25 Torx bit. Right, so let's get to it. So let's just chuck those down there, stop waffling, get on with it, and cover off first. I think this exposes things a bit better. One Torx 25 bit out there, put them on the floor safe. Not going to lose it there, am I? Okay, it's a bit of the dirt dropping out from behind that. God, you need to take all the nuts and bolts off to clean it properly. Okay, so those two on that case, or was the third one, they are the same, so no worries about getting them mixed up. And tell you what, let's just put a little extension on the old snap-on. Oh, see, there's another link I can put in. Snap-on tools. One day somebody will send me something free if you lot like and subscribe enough, although I doubt it. Right, and that screw looks the same as well. So 3 identical Torx 25 bits holding this dirty little guard on there. I would have to clean the inside of that before I put it back. Oh, that would drive me insane knowing that's dirty on there. Okay, so cover for the valve, what I would call on my old Yamahas is the YPVS cover. Basically the same sort of thing, some sort of valve that I think a lot of people don't really know what it's meant to do, but probably something to do with emissions or something stupid like that. And you can see the sensor. You might not be able to see it, but there is a sensor just there at the back. So these screws are different on the cover. Let's get the other one out first before I show you that, to see if they are both the same. A bit of an awkward one in there. And you can feel a bit of dirt on the thread of that one. It's all been chucked up underneath. Never ridden off-road, of course. Right, okay. That should come out now. I wasn't intending to do this video. I was just going to get on with it and do it, because obviously it's a problem that I need to sort out. And yes, those 2 screws holding the cover on are the same, so keep those 2 separately or put them in the cover and keep them separately. Yeah, I was going to just crack on and do this just because it's a problem that needs to be sorted, but saw that there was very few videos on YouTube on it, so I thought, let's have a look. Now, how do you get that flappy thing? Apparently it does a self-check when you turn the ignition on. So let's see if it moves when you turn the ignition on. Oh, that didn't turn very much, did it? Let's turn it off, and I'm going to try and help that when I turn it back on. Yeah, that's sticking. That is definitely sticking. I hope you can see that. Right, that doesn't turn the throttle. Apparently it does a self check when you turn the ignition on. So let's see what this does here. Oh, that didn't seem to turn very much. Okay, so turn it off. Let's see what happens if I help it a bit and turn it back on. Yeah, that did turn more. Okay, so we might have a little bit of a problem there, in that it's a bit dirty, a bit fouled up. So what we're going to do is undo the exhaust clamp. And we are going to get our Torx 40 and undo this one at the top, holding the silencer on. Ooh, not a lot of Newton meters in that, he says. Okay, so bolt comes out. There's only one of those we're taking out, so we're not going to worry too much about that. The outside bolt, and looks like the rubber sort of shock absorber inner stays on the silencer. So let's just see if that captive nut on the back. Alright, that's not moving at all, so I think we'll have to open that clamp up a bit and try and loosen the exhaust and come back to you. Okay, didn't turn out to be one of those horror stories. I did just lever the exhaust clamp open a little bit, and it all sort of started moving. This very sort of thin, it's not even a penny washer, it's sort of just a very fine spacer, did fall out from behind that top exhaust bracket. So obviously once I polish that up and put that, I will put that back. So hopefully with a bit of jiggling, the exhaust comes off like that. Put that to one side carefully, and there's the old flappy paddle bleeding exhaust bloody thing, whatever it is. Oh, I don't know. Who cares about technical terms anyway? Right, let's turn the ignition on, see what happens. It does feel quite stiff. Nope, doesn't want to do anything. Oh my god. So, first things first, I know everyone is going to start screaming at me because I'm probably going to use all the wrong things, but I'm going to start just by giving it a clean inside and outside with some brake cleaner. No harm's ever come of anything with brake cleaner. So everything inside, bottom bearing, give that a good soaking. Do you know what, it doesn't look too bad in there. It looks worse on the outside here around this spring. So cleaning down the cables as well. Right. Yeah, I wish I knew what I was doing. So let's try the ignition again and see if it wants to move this time. Not at all. Right, sorry, hold your ears everyone. I'm going to start her up. This isn't going to be good, is it? Fuck. Sorry. That hurt. So it did move. Did it move enough? Oh, my ears. And I used to ride loud Harleys, but oh, that was sharp. Right. Okay, so what are we going to do? Just get some lube gear or something on here, I suppose. Try and get plenty down the cable. So I don't know how much force is on this actuator back here, but looks well sealed. So I'm just going to do a little squirt of WD-40 on the top and the bottom bearings, bushes, whatever they are in there. And all I can do really is put it back together, clear the codes, and see what happens. Hopefully, I don't know, perhaps it's just a sensor that's gone bad and it needs a new sensor, which should be an easy fix there. Unscrews out of the exhaust, cable goes up there somewhere, up into behind the battery and plugs in just behind the battery cover. So replacing that sensor there should be fairly easy. So I will have a little clean up of everything and then we will put it back together. not the outcome I wanted, but hey, all I can do is try. I haven't got the money to give it to BMW to fix. I wish I had. Hello, Mr. BMW, here's thousands of pounds. Could you fix this little problem for me? Thank you. No, do it yourself. So, cleaned everything up, lubricated everything, got some ACF 50 in there as well, and it's just a case of fingers crossed. So let's see how quick it goes back together. After I've cleaned everything, buffed everything up, we're just simply going to carefully slip the exhaust into place first, like that. Come on, move. And when the hole is nearly lined up, which is not far away, out there, we put the very thin sort of, it's more like a shim than a washer. That's going to go behind the exhaust bracket, and that one goes in front. So we'll put the bolt through there a little bit, and yeah, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Let's hold it there with the bolt, gently push it down, and then it's a case of trying to find the hole, matron. Let's come back a little bit. Oh, that feels good. Oh, good work, Frodo. That's it. That bolt's there. So, with our Torx 40, we will just nip that up into place. With our snap-on tools. Thank you, Mr. Snap-on. Do need more tools. And haven't checked the Torx settings on any of these yet, so fear not, I will just nip everything up, go and find out what the Torx settings are, and that's not going in, is it? Shh, fine hund. Lulled me into a false sense of security. Oh, that's going in now. Ah. Sorry, I wanted to do it in real time so you can see just how long it took. Okay, next is tightening up the exhaust clamp. And it's great, it's got little notches on the exhaust clamp, so that it's in exactly the right place it should be. Vorsprung durch technique, as they say in Germany. Yes, it's all works. So again, that's nipped enough, I think. Check that with the torque wrench a little later. And the cover for the flappy paddle mechanism. That's not the Formula 1 flappy paddle mechanism on the steering wheel. That's this bloody flappy paddle thing and my exhaust. Yeah. Major Bradnack and Brackley Spunk. And the old people will get that. Ah, right, okay. On those screws, looks like we've got a little bit of Loctite on them. Put a little bit of thread lock on that. Get the other one. And a little bit of thread lock on that. And that's all she wrote. Tighten those two bolts up. The Torx 25. I'm gonna put it all back together and just nip them up later after I checked them. That's plenty. And horrible tarry thing on the inside. I'm gonna have to get some tar remover for that. Okay, 2 screws on there done. Exhaust clamp done, and that just pops in there. And these, do you know what? I'm gonna put a tiny little spot of Loctite on those, just because I don't want to lose them out of this casing. It's only a little shield, exhaust shield, but you know. And next one. So all in all, taking the exhaust off and having little play blindly, hasten to add, not too bad a job really. A little bit of Loctite on that one and stick it in. Well, a piece of wood must have fallen out that was holding my stand down. Standard BMW piece of wood. And now I've dropped the screw in, it's all going horribly wrong. Oh my God. Can't cope any longer. Now I've lost the screw. God damn it. As we all know, when you drop a screw from 6 inches off the ground in a perfectly good area, how it just vanishes into the abyss, doesn't it? It's just, I had to cut an awful lot of swearing out then. Okay, let's nip them up, baby. So, nippy nippy on that one. Can that slide back a little bit? That's pretty much where it wants to be. That's pretty much where it wants to be. nearly there. By Jove, I think he's got it. Let's just do a little check on that main exhaust hanger. Yeah, that'll do for, it was a lot looser than that when I undone it. Okay, right, so there we have it. It's all back together. I will get the OBD link scanner connected on later, clear the codes, and see what we've got. Okay, we'll just give it a quick start up, make sure it still works. All sounds fine, so we'll clear those codes and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching Old Man on a Bike with a problem. Bastards. Welcome back, adventurers, to Old Man on a Bike, and we have an exhaust flap update. Whatever I done worked. Look, no engine management light. So strip, clean, lube, and you're good to go. Know what I mean? So subscribe, like, and ring that bell for new video notifications, and always be careful how you ride after lubing up.